Welcome to Homeschool Life. I'm Paula, and this is a place for you to come if you're considering homeschooling or if you already are, just to join in on a conversation that has everything to do with homeschooling. So this is a place where we're going to provide for you a platform that you can learn and grow and share and encourage each other. So I'm going to cover things like curriculum and how-tos and tips and tricks and day-to-day lifestyle and more. And so you never know what you're going to get when you come here to Homeschool Life. So today, what I want to do is another curriculum review for you because that's a very important part. It's the main part of homeschooling, right? And today we're going to do a curriculum review on BJU Press, which is a branch of Bob Jones University. And they have been around for many, many years. They began back in 1974, and they were publishing, creating and writing and publishing curriculum for Christian public schools and private schools. So they were really geared for a classroom. Well, they were approached by a homeschool family who said, could you rewrite this and make it more for a family so it's not so classroom oriented for a large group of students? And so Bob Jones saw the interest, and so they began creating their homeschool line of curriculum. So they've been doing that since 1982. So again, they've been around for a long time. Their mission is to help you to teach for comprehension and discernment. So they want to support you, the teacher, and they want to help you to promote the joy of learning in your students with a Christian worldview. They have a strong Christian worldview throughout their curriculum, as you'll see here in a little bit as I show you some examples. They give you, the educator, all the tools that you need to teach so that you are able to teach with flexibility from a Christian worldview, from a biblical worldview, to help your young learners to become lifelong learners and be prepared to live a godly life. So there's a lot of integrating of a Christian lifestyle throughout their curriculum with all the different subjects. And that way your children will learn that their faith is a part of everything. BJU Press is a leader in developing engaging and academically sound, award-winning college prep courses. They offer DVD video distance learning courses, online academy, and textbooks. And we carry textbooks and kits that have the textbooks, which I'll share with you soon. All right, so BJU Press, they write for all grades. So pre-kindergarten through 12th grade. Many families choose to start with BJU Press and just continue all the way through with all the grades with all their children. And that's perfectly acceptable, and I know others who have chosen to just kind of pick and choose some subjects because they like what BJU has done in those particular subjects. So the style is pretty traditional. Like I said, they started out writing for classrooms. However, with the homeschool line, they have done more of a little bit of a conversational style, so it's easier to follow for your student. They have activities and they have stories, and some of their courses have themes running through them, as you'll see, so it keeps that interest up for your kids. This is a Protestant-based company, and so you'll see that a little bit, and with a conservative view. So most of these courses are, especially in the elementary and the younger years, even in middle school, are very teacher heavy to be led. So you will be sitting down with your students and you will be teaching them the different subjects. Now, as they get older into high school, then that's when you can start allowing them to, and they will naturally want to just be more independent learning, but you will still be there and you will be administering reviews and tests and overseeing and grades and things like that. Each of the teacher books gives you a lot of support. So there is digital online support if you need it. There is also a newsletter And then a lot of the teacher books have additional CDs in them that they call a toolkit. And in that toolkit, you will have reproducibles, you will have tests, you will have teaching tips, you will have background information, just a plethora of information for you so that you have everything that you need and you don't have to go outside of their curriculum to do any additional research. They just provide it all there for you. They give you information also that you can teach to all learning styles. So it doesn't matter what learning style your child is. Even though, again, I said it's more traditional textbook, they give you the additional information so that you can teach to all of your learning style children. So that is very helpful as well. These are great high quality curriculum that you can use repeatedly with your children. They're not going to wear out. Many of the subjects have activity manuals. So your child will do the initial work in their work text, that is what they call them, and then they will do additional activities as well. So that it just gives them a deeper understanding of the subject and also a variety of things to do so that they can get that information from all different kinds of angles. Most all of the subjects, especially in your middle school and upper grades, will have a teacher test packet and answer key packet separately. And I will show you that in one of these kits here towards the end. So, as you can see, BJU Press has developed very bright colored curriculum. It's very organized, easy to follow, and they've just done a fabulous job creating this high quality curriculum for you, and at a very reasonable cost as well. So we're going to start, and I'm just going to go through and I'm going to give you a peek into each of these different subjects. And in some of these, I've grabbed a lower grade and an upper grade so you can kind of see the difference, the span for those different grade levels. And so let's get started here. Language arts. So their language arts, they've broken down into separate courses so that it is not this ginormous book for you and your students. So they start with phonics. So I grabbed the footsteps for 4s, and they have a separate curriculum for 5s. And I just grabbed 2 of these. I grabbed the activity pack and the writing packet. So this is for your preschool, pre-kindergarten, grade 5. Now this is the writing packet. And one thing I wanted to show you that is unique about their books, see how this folds away like this? This is so that it makes it easier for you to tear out pages. And then also it can lay flatter for your left or right-handed child. So here we have, let's see, I'm going to do like this. So you've got some color and some tracing, and you've got some rhyming, and you've got some exercise eye-hand coordination building up there. And so this is the writing packet for your H4, and then here is the Footsteps for 4 activity packet. And again, you've got nice bright colors, gets their attention and keeps them having fun while they're learning. And then the manipulatives, a lot of their courses have manipulatives, and these are great because these are easy to punch out. This is heavy cardstock. I don't know if you can tell that or not. It's very durable. It's going to last you a long time. And then you can just store these in little plastic containers or reclosable bags to be used with your other children. So that is phonics. Now from there, we go to the English. So English is for grades 1 through 12. And this is where they focus on writing and grammar skills. So this is to develop effective communication skills. And so I'm going to show you this kit here. Now, I pre-opened this box because it's heavy with all of this in it. This is the Phonics in English grade 1. And this is everything that is inside here. So let's take a look. Here is grade 1 work text. And so as you can see, we've got some color, and we've got a variety of activities here. That helps with the development of your child's skills and their learning levels. All right. Now you also have the activity book. So again, it's just going in with some additional different kinds of skills, variety, color, easy to follow, and not overwhelming. Now, with all the subjects, you get 2 teacher books. They broke it up into 2 for you because, as you can tell, these are big. And so, I can get it open. Here we go. One thing that I really like is they take and they just reduce the student page for you, and then they've got the answers right there. So you can see exactly what your student is seeing. They also, in blue, have your script, the teacher's script, what you're going to say. And then it's got what is in their book as well. There's teaching tips in here. There is all the background information that you need. And then again, there's alternative ways to teach your children with their different learning styles. And then part 2 is the same as part 1, just with the additional information. Okay, so that is your writing and grammar for grade 1. So we'll move on to handwriting. So handwriting is for grades 1 through 6. And this is one of those courses where they have themed activities. This one happens to be about a clocksworksman. So you'll see in here that that's kind of the theme, a little storyline. And so kids get to learn some things about different subjects as well while they're doing their handwriting. So the handwriting style is a slant. Let's see if I can find a good, I hope you can see that. It's a slant system. It's similar to the very popular Scott Forsman's Denilian style. And so it's pretty easy there. That's a better page for you. It's pretty easy for the kids to adapt and learn and then use, and then they have legible handwriting for the rest of their lives, which is the goal, right? Okay, spelling is for grades 1 through 6. And I have grabbed grade 3 here. So the spelling has been written and developed. It is very interactive. It's inductive learning with systematic word study skills built on phonics, just like they started with when they were 4 and 5 years old. This includes some things like word origins and history of words for added interest in education. So what does all of this mean? So it means that when they are doing their spelling, every lesson is going to have the same activities. So it starts out here with their list of words, and then their word sorting, and then memory words and word study, and then multiple choice, and then learning how to spell the word in sentences, and another word study, dictionary skills, alphabet, and then you start over. So each lesson, clear through to the end, is going to have that same pattern. So it's a variety of information, it's a variety of skills that they're learning that they need to so that they have those essential skills. But it is done in that patterned way because that's how a lot of children learn best. So this works great with all learning styles. Next, we'll talk about reading. So I grabbed 2 different levels of reading. So this is reading, this one is Voyages. This is reading 4, so grade 4, and it's called Voyages. So that's the theme of this particular. I just grabbed the student text and the work text. I didn't grab the teacher books or the tests. So this is for grades 1 through 6, and this has character building, stories, and critical thinking skills, to develop their critical thinking skills, vocabulary. And you can see the nice pictures. This is a bulky book. It's a little awkward to hold. They have before reading and after reading thinking questions. And some great variety of stories. So some are going to be serious and some are going to be funny. And there will be some that are classics, and there's going to be stories out of the Bible. And so it's just a nice variety for you and your students. So then next, whoops, almost forgot to show you the work text. The work text correlates with each and every lesson that is in that workbook there, or the main text. And so you can see here there's true and false, fill in the blank, short answer, vocabulary. Again, this just gives them a deeper level of learning. Now, for literature, which would be for your next grades up, here is explorations in literature. So this is for grade 7. And so literature studies, here we go. It's broken down into units. Well, let me get, okay, here we go. It's broken down into units. And these are stories for inspiration, motivation, and wisdom. There's going to be recall questions. There's reading comprehension that will be developed through this, analysis, discussion questions. There is some in-depth information here that your students will get to learn about and enjoy while they are learning about it. And so you can see the level that you go from like grade 4 to grade 7, how it's a little meatier and a little bit more mature, because it should be. All right. Now, moving on to their Heritage Studies course. Now, Heritage Studies is for grades 1 through 6. And this is a course that covers world history, geography, culture, and politics. Now, it's world history, but there is a focus on the United States as well. So this is very story-based. And let me grab this. And so that helps hold your child's interest, and it helps them to remember as well. These stories will also encourage them to become responsible Christian citizens. And so this is grade 6. And again, I've grabbed the student book and the activity book to show you. I'm just going to open up in the middle. These books are getting a little bigger. So you've got some map work. This is the word Greece. You've got vocabulary words that are in bold. I'm sorry, can you see this? And again, you've got story-based, which helps them to remember each part of the world as they are studying and learning about it. Beautiful artwork. Again, they just do a fabulous job with their curriculum. And then here's the activity manual that goes with it. Whew. A few pages here to look at. Evaluating historical resources. Here's a study guide to complete. Essay questions. Answering questions. Examining an artifact. Fill in the blank. Short answer. So again, here's true and false. Again, a nice variety of ways for your children to learn the information that you are teaching them as you are teaching it to them. And then also notice these activity manuals are 3-hole punched. So you can pull these pages out and put it in a 3-ring binder. And then that way, as the students are going through it, this book will get smaller and smaller because their binder gets bigger and bigger. So that is Heritage Studies. So then we're going to move on to History and Government. Set this back here. History and Government is for grades 7 through 12. And this is where they're going to dig deep into philosophies and ideas. from issues and current events and historical events with research and thought-provoking questions. So this is again, college prep materials. So whether your student is going to college or not, this is just really good, academically sound curriculum. So I grabbed the cultural geography, and this is for grade 9, or 9th grade. And again, I've just grabbed the main book. I'm going to open it this way. So you've got nice color pages. Again, vocabulary is in bold. There's world religions, map work, typical geography, and it's nicely broken down with the paragraphs and the headings so that it's easy to follow, easy to read, and it's not cumbersome at all. So again, they've had years of experience and customer feedback and teacher and student feedback over the years that they have worked to develop and improve their curriculum as they've gone through. And then here's the activity book. Here's chapter 2. They've got a chart they're going to fill out, and they've got questions here to answer. Here's sentences to answer, map work again, and a chapter review. And then we're on to chapter 3 activity. So let me flip through here so you can just see there's a variety of activities for your students to do. There's not a lot of fluff in these courses, which is nice for your students and for yourself, but yet there's enough information and they get it in different angles and different ways that they're going to really learn the information and be able to retain it for their lives. So that is your history and government. All right, so math. Math is broken up in grades. Okay, let me back up. Math is for grades K-5 through 12. And the goal is to develop understanding of math skills through manipulatives, and I'll show you those in just a second here, and thoughtful word problems, for concept and skill mastery, reasoning and problem-solving skills. So all of this is through a Christian worldview again, and also they give a lot of life applicable examples so that your kids can really see why math is important through all of the different grade levels and how it applies to their lives or the lives of people around them. So we'll start with grade 3 here. I have grabbed the work text, the manipulatives packet, and the reviews. So again, the elementary level has a theme. This is a girl with her pet squirrel and some of their adventures that they go through. So again, you've got nice color, very organized, and a lot of different, all your standard-based STEM skills activities for your students. Reviews and tests, and you can see the progression of the math skills as I go through this. And again, this one is for grade 3. Now, the manipulatives that I mentioned to you come just like those others did. I guess I'm going to do it like this. Again, heavy cardstock, easy to punch out, and it's everything that you need. Look at that money. It's photographic images to go along with the activities that they do. So again, you can store those in a plastic container. You can store those in a baggie. Then here's the reviews book. So this just gives them some additional practice for these skills that they've been learning. And then again, just like I showed you a while ago, in the teacher book, you would have all of these pages that reduced down with the answers filled in so that you can see very quickly and easily as you're assessing your child to determine, are they ready to move on to the next chapter, or do they need to go back over some things with you? Now let's look at pre-algebra. Here's one of these box kits I was telling you about. The box kit comes with everything that you need, okay? It comes with your teacher manuals, it comes with the student text, with the activity books, with your test books, and your answer keys. And so I went ahead and pulled everything out of this box. This is everything that you get in this box. It's a heavy box. So I'm gonna start with the student book. This is pre-algebra, and so this is grade level 8. A little bit smaller print now. And it's just a typical algebra book with lots of colorful pictures. Very organized again, and easy to follow, easy to read. And easy to understand. Now, your student starts in that book. Then they move and do some activities to help deepen that learning and that understanding. So here's some of the activities. Just going to flip through here a little bit. Okay, now here's the answer key to that activity book. So this is nice because it's got the full size. You see the answers are here in red. And so here's the answers in red. And so for you, the teacher, this makes it much faster and easier, again, when you're grading and going over the students' work. Here is the first of, again, 2 teacher manuals. They break it up for you so it's not so big and bulky. I'll just show you through book 1. Book 1 comes with a CD-ROM in the back here. So that's going to have all kinds of different support for you, the teacher. And then here you have your reduced pages so that you can see what they're seeing while you're teaching them the information that is around those pages for you. So again, they provide you, the teacher, with everything that you need. So you should not be having to go outside of their curriculum to get answers for anything. Any questions that your students could come up with, you're going to be able to find in all of the support and resources that BJU Press has developed and provides for you, the teacher. Here is the tests. So these are just nice tear-out sheets. The tests are not super long, so that's nice for your kids, but yet it gives it tests over the information that your kids should have learned by now. And if they haven't, then again, you just go back over a previous lesson. And then I wanted to show you, here is the test answer key. Now again, these are loose sheets, 3-ring hole punched, and this is exactly their test, but it has the answers in red for you, front and back side. And so you can just keep this in a 3-ring binder really easy. And then you can save these for your future kids, so for your additional kids that come along if you have more than one. And then all you have to do is you save your test answer keys, you save your teacher books, and then all you have to do is you have to buy your student workbooks for your future kids, for your additional, as they come up to those grade levels. I'll get it out here. And so that is pre-algebra. So lastly, we're going to talk about science. All right, I've got 2 different grade levels for you so that you can see the difference and you can see the maturity level as it goes. And so I'm going to start with elementary science, which is for your grades 1 through 5. Very activity oriented, high quality content, and includes activities for all the different learning styles. So again, keeps your kids interested and enjoying learning. So this is grade 4 science. They've recently updated this edition. And they do, like I said, update their editions occasionally. It's not so often that you wouldn't be able to use this edition with maybe your 4th grader in 2 years. But it's enough to keep current with our state and with your state and our nation's standards, education standards. And updated also with just better images and, when that kind of technology gets better, so do the curriculum. So this is grade 4 science. There are activities in here that you will need some materials. They're usually commonly found around your house, or you can just go get them at a grocery store or department store. Very easy and inexpensive, but very educational at the same time. A variety of activities for your kids. This is the student work text, and then here is the activity manual. Again, 3-hole punched, so it can go easily in a binder. And so here we have some of the activities they're going to do that are directly correlated with the lessons there in that work text. Insects and spiders, life cycle, very well-rounded science curriculum, and each grade level is very age appropriate and maturity level appropriate, as well as interest, so that it becomes exciting for your kids to learn science. Now let's look at the high school level. High school level is for your middle and high school. And so this is going to include lab work, and that is going to help them with their critical thinking skills and problem solving skills, and how to apply it in their everyday life now and their everyday life in the future as adults. They will start to see science with a Christian worldview. They will start to be able to compare and contrast historical scientists' views with current scientists' views. They go through quite a bit, so I grabbed chemistry, and this is for grade 11. And again, just to give you a quick flip through of the student text. There I go. I think it's because I turned to that page that somebody was getting a shot. Again, you've got some great visual graphics. There's chemical bonds. And it just progresses up, as you would expect for a chemistry book for grade 11. And this, again, college prep material. That doesn't mean that it's harder than maybe a non-college prep. It just means that it's definitely going to address those topics that are going to be found in a college level course, should they choose to take science in college. And if they don't, they just get to learn some really fascinating and exciting scientific facts and discoveries of their own. Here's the lab manuals. This is where they're going to write out their theories and test their theories and write out their lab reports. This is full of experiments that they're going to do. Now, for high school level and a little bit of the middle school, you may need to get some additional science experiment materials that are not commonly found around your house. And so they provide at BJU Press. You can get on their website, and they've got links where you can order kits that go with each of the grade levels. And so then that kit just comes with everything that you need. And so they make it easy for you. And then when you and your student are getting ready to do one of the science experiments, you have everything that you need. And so you don't get everything out and get started and say, oh no, I forgot something. So you can look for that as well. So what do you think? If you're using BJU Press curriculum already, what is your favorite thing about it? Share with us so that maybe it's something that I have not spoken about, because I could be talking here all day. BJU Press is a great curriculum publisher and creator. Again, they've been around for a number of years. So this is BJU Press, and again, I've just pulled a sampling of their courses. You can check these out in our stores if you're near one of our local stores. You can order any of these products and more on Mardel.com. Check out our blog. We've got homeschool articles. We've also got additional just lifestyle articles and just some fun and funky articles as well. And so I hope that this has been helpful to you. I enjoy sharing these things with you. I know I enjoyed it when people shared with me. And so this is just kind of my way of giving back and paying it forward type of thing. So I just want to tell you to have a great day, enjoy your homeschool life, and really, really have fun with it. All right? Bye for now.